going to do our monthly reset and plan with me. Specifically, we'll go over October and then plan for November. Now we get to see if I reached my October goals and plan new ones for November that I hopefully will reach. I know this can sometimes be a long video because there's a lot to cover, a lot to chat about, but let's jump in. Let's go to October. The first goal that I had was to rest and to do fall things. I am going to give myself a check on this, which is exciting because we went apple picking, we went to a winery, went on a fall walk, and in terms of rest, I've really been trying to sleep in, which has been honestly so nice. If you are feeling overwhelmed with life, get some sleep. Sleep has helped me a lot, especially with the upcoming holidays and busyness. We have travel coming up really soon, which by the way, because I'll be traveling, we'll be gone for about 2 weeks or like somewhere around there, but 2 weekends we'll be gone. I won't be able to upload for a bit, so this will be my last video for a while. All that to say, rest has been really great to have this month. I spent time with Jesus. I would say yes, I would say overall I spent more time with him this month than last month, so we're checking that off. We can't check off painting the laundry room because, I mean, I started, but I didn't finish. There was just not enough solid time this month that I could like really set aside to purely just work on it. And we also found out that the shelf that we took down had a ton of holes, so currently we're patching holes. So yeah, sewing. I have sewed. I sewed a little dress for Perry, so that was really exciting. If you saw this video, you can watch me literally sew it. That was really fun, and I'm itching to just have more things to sew. I need more fabric, but I do have my little organizer planner and I have projects brewing. So hair health, in my last video, if you saw that, I go over my 1 month review of hair oiling. This has completely altered my hair routine. I'm trying to figure out a new routine, but I do feel like it has helped my hair and that my hair feels healthier and better overall, so I'm excited for the next months to come. Standing in God's word, I don't really know how I'm gonna evaluate this. I do think that that went really well. I found myself opening the Bible more, leaning on his promises more than normal, purely because I like had his word in my heart and on my mind. I think that was really good this month. It made the month a lot better. Most used emojis. I actually have a couple more that, again, because my laptop isn't updated, I think I had the hand heart emoji. I've been using that one a lot lately. The color for October would definitely be this yellow color. I could have looked harder and found like a match, like a color swatch of it, but just to really show you guys like what I mean is this color. I feel like October has been really hopeful and really bright, and this color has just been everywhere. I feel like just overall in the month, like as we've been doing things, driving around, I've been taking pictures. This color just stands out to me of like what October was like. Kind of signifies the ending of a year. Like these leaves are falling, they're everywhere, and it just feels like a good way to say goodbye to this year in general. Okay, there's a lot to talk about, but we'll get there. So, family updates. A lot of it revolves around my new little niece Perry. We had our first girls' day and we also had our girls' shopping day. So both of those were really fun. It was on my mom's birthday. We got to thrift at this barn, and then we also just got to hang out at Morgan's house, my sister's house, and just have a girls' get together, which is super fun. I've also loved getting pictures of Perry in the group chat. It's just been like a full month of soaking up a new life, a new member of the family, and it's been super fun. This day, there was this Sunday, we literally went to visit, it was like a road trip across Wisconsin to visit my family, which we didn't go across the state or anything, but just across the area. I actually had a photo shoot in the morning. We visited my one set of grandparents, my other set of grandparents, and then we got to visit my sister and Perry and her husband. It was just one of those like great days that reminded AJ and I of why we moved here. And then I'm counting this as family because I would say that our friends are close and are our family. So we had a FaceTime date with Austin and Caroline, which was the first time AJ and I had done really a FaceTime date with anyone since we moved here. And I actually thought it turned out really well. I was a little bit nervous that I would hate the setup of FaceTime and like it not working well and like not being able to communicate or talk, but it certainly was better than nothing, and I thought it went really well. So I was really excited to catch up with them. I feel like we need to make it like a regular thing that we FaceTime our Austin and Texas friends. Financially, in October, overall we're just trying to spend less, and I've been making some side money through photos, which has been really nice. I'm very thankful for health insurance because I've been setting up just random appointments, just routine things, and I'm just so glad that we have health insurance through AJ's job, which is so nice. We're still trying to pay off the truck, and that's still going well, but because this time of year gets a little bit more expensive, I don't know if we'll be able to put as much towards a truck this month, so that's kind of a little bit annoying, but you know, it's all for good things. For fun things, like I said, we went apple picking. I made a vlog about it, so if you want to watch that, you can. We had a lot of family fun, like I said. We did thrifting, the girls' day. We had a little fire for my mom's birthday. I'm sure there was other things. The World Series is on, which is exciting, and football is still going on, so it's always interesting to watch. And like I said, we went up to a winery. I haven't been to a winery in general in a while, and especially in Wisconsin, I haven't been to really many wineries since most of my prime winery experience was in Austin or in Texas. So going to a winery with our friends was super fun, and we got mulled wine, which was amazing. Photos and work. I had actually 2 photo shoots in one weekend, which was kind of wild, and I actually have another one this week. A lot of photos. I haven't been like marketing or anything or really promoting it, but it's been fun to do it in gaps of time that I have. And then a wedding video inquiry, I can't say that word. I would love to do more wedding videos. I feel like I'm still trying to figure out like how to do it and how much to charge and what that looks like, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. YouTube, like I said, my schedule is getting a little bit more tight, which is really annoying actually. I want to make more videos and I want to have time to make more videos, but the weather and things getting darker is just getting frustrating. I feel like I don't have enough daylight in the day and enough time with like a full-time job, taking care of the house, having relationships with people. It's just hard to find time, and I feel like with the holidays it's just gonna get even harder, especially with us traveling now. I did make 7 videos this month, which is actually really exciting. 6 to 7 videos this month, I think is pretty good. I actually looked back at it and I was like, did I do that? Like, it's kind of cool like when you stop worrying about being perfect and you just make things. Like, all of a sudden you have 7 videos that would have never existed before if you didn't just do it. And so again, like, I just feel like I've been finding a lot of joy in it, and it's been relaxing for me to do and really creatively like fulfilling to do YouTube. So in faith, we'll kind of zip through. Basically, I've done a little bit more of each of these things, but we also went to small group for the first time, and we got to talk to the pastors and meet people in the church. I keep telling people that it felt like an exhale going into the small group that we went into. I forgot just how good Christian community is. So if you're feeling lost or alone, or like you don't have any friends, go to a church, not just a church, but a church small group, because I remembered that there are people out there and there's a community out there, and like you have people around you who love you even though they barely know you. And then the sermon this week, actually we almost thought we were going to skip because AJ had a fire call in the morning, and he got home like just about when we needed to be leaving. But I was like, you know, we should really go to church. So we did, and honestly both of us were like blown away by the sermon. We were like, oh, this is why we went to church. So I actually started crying during the service a little bit, like not crazy, but it just was hitting me. It was a parable of the talents, if you're wondering. I can link it below. It was basically just about that you were made for this moment. Like he asked the question of like, what are you going to do with your one life? And God gave us this one life to be able to not just preserve it and keep it to ourselves, but to multiply it and use it for his glory and to make the most of our life. Anyways, just a really great sermon. So these are some of my favorite sections. So my favorite thrift find, I don't think I really went thrifting that much. Oh, actually, I did. Okay, actually, me and Morgan and Mom got matching vintage angels at the barn thrifting thing that we did. So we all have each matching angel, like outdoor Christmas decoration light up things. I'll insert a picture. That honestly has to be the best to find, I would say. So we each have matching ones, which is really cute. Our initial one that I had was these candles from Mom. They're not necessarily thrifted, but they're little like candles for your windows that like glow and just look cute. And my mom always had them growing up, and I just feel like it reminds me of my childhood and being home. Not a thrift find, but an impulse purchase. I bought this huge candle from Target, and it wasn't too bad, but definitely kind of expensive, but it smells so good and it looks so cute. So highly recommend you buying this candle. My favorite thing about marriage so far, this month in general, has just been planning life together and setting goals and seeing each other reach them. Like, you know, one of our goals last month was to pay off my student loans, and we did that. You know, with AJ, his goals of like being a volunteer firefighter and him doing that, and just like us planning out life and seeing those things come to life or like hitting those milestones has just been really fun. Food, AJ and I recently have been trying, we bought fancy olive oil, which is really exciting and sounds really adult. I don't know anything about olive oil, but we did buy a fancy one. We debated in the grocery store like what one we were gonna get. And I've been making French fries a lot, and that's partly why I got the olive oil, because I was like, if we're gonna make French fries a lot, I want to have olive oil that's actually good for you. So yeah, I've been obsessed with making French fries. I want to make them with like every meal. Hair and Beauty, I think it's called the Tangle Teaser, but it is the best brush ever. It's kind of on TikTok. I feel like that's how people know about it. I bought it on Amazon. I can link it below. It is not only so good on your hair, but it feels so good. I feel like the bristles just feel so nice and highly worth investing. It's not even that expensive. It comes in a lot of colors, and I highly, highly recommend you get this brush. Watching and listening to the World Series. I was telling AJ this, like, I've never missed a World Series. I think every year it's on in October, I'm always watching it. Maybe there's been a couple years where I've skipped out because I don't care about the teams, but I feel like even then, like, I love the World Series. So this year is especially exciting because the Texas Rangers are in it. So I really hope that they win, but honestly the Diamondbacks have been fun to watch and they seem like a really fun team. So really excited for either team. It's kind of like classic, like, as long as they have fun. My favorite photos, this is always one of my favorite sections too, but these photos of my mom and Tommy are just so fun to me. We took some photos at my parents' land for a photo shoot I did. I needed my mom to help scout out locations. I kind of knew where I wanted to go, but I just wanted to go, you know, have her come with me. And I took some test shots of my mom and Tommy, and it was actually her birthday weekend. So it ended up being just like the cutest little photo shoot. So I love these pictures. And I feel like in general, moms just don't have photos of themselves very much. So it's just cute. I love this picture of AJ. It's so cute. I feel like just guys in sweatpants and cozy cuddly is just so cute. Plus it reminds me of a photo of him when he was little. It's funny because actually the leaves changed so late this year that the trees behind him are yellow now, but when I took that picture they weren't even yellow yet, which is wild. And then I have to have this picture of me and Perry. I think that was the day that we went all the way around, like, to visit all of our family on that Sunday. We were at their farm, and I don't know, I just feel like this is just like one of those photos where I want to be like that all the time, and I just feel like it captures like such a happy memory, and I want to be like remembered like that. Okay, hot take. This is kind of like a I don't know. Okay, let's just write it down. I have been thinking about this a lot. I feel like it's been a conversation on social media, is just sharing photos of kids online. I don't have kids yet, so I'm definitely taking notes, and I feel really lucky to not have done anything I regret in that area. But the more I look into it, the more I feel like it doesn't seem like a very good idea to share your kids online. Again, no hate to anyone who does, because I can see how tempting it would be. Like, when I have my kids, like, I'm gonna want to share like every single photo of them, I'm sure. But I just think that with AI and with bad, nasty things on the internet and how the dark web can take those things, like, I just don't want to risk anything with my kids, and I'd rather have the internet not know what my kids look like than have a whole bunch of photos of like what they look like. And I've seen a lot of people change their mind on this. I feel like it's kind of the trend now, especially with influencers and people who used to share their kids. I see a lot of people now not sharing their kids, and I totally understand why, and I think, you know, it's really good of them to make that choice, because it's really hard and it's inconvenient to stop, you know, sharing your kids or having to try and figure out how to share them without their faces in it and covering things up and whatever. And I think that's probably what AJ and I will do when that time comes. But I don't know, I feel like it's such a regular thing. Like, you want to share your life and you want to share the best part of your life. We could change your mind on this, but I feel like sharing your kids online isn't the best thing to do. Lately, this is kind of boring, actually. The only thing I could think of really is hair oiling. And now that I've been doing it, I really love it. I still feel like I can't comment too much on it because, you know, I've only been doing it for a month and my routine is different, so things just need to be like, I still am figuring things out. But so far, I've been loving it. It's a nice ritual, or I don't like the word ritual, but it's like a nice routine to have. I just feel very like feminine doing it. I feel like I'm taking care of myself, and I feel like it's just such a good time to, I don't know, like have like self-care time as like a woman to like take care of yourself, and I just have really been enjoying it. I would say the first goal is more time with Jesus. This is self-explanatory. Again, like I still want to increase that time. I don't know, maybe one idea would be like, with traveling, I just don't know if I'd be able to do this, but I'd love to journal every day. It probably won't be possible. I mean, it could be. I don't know, let's just put that on there, like to journal every day, like even a sentence. Okay. Actually, I should have mentioned this earlier, but my birthday is in November. If you followed my journey of a woman at 27, last November started that journey because I turned 27, and now that I'm coming up on my 27th birthday, I just want to focus this month on really feeling like a woman and embracing that. This topic has kind of been in the background lately, but it has never left my mind. Now that I'm gonna be headed towards 28, I feel like there's just a lot of things that I still need to grow in being a woman. Obviously, it's like a lifelong journey, but I'm really excited to wrap up this year feeling like my first full year really of feeling like a woman. Be content and not stressed. This I'm actually very passionate about. I just want to be in gratitude. Like with Thanksgiving coming up, I want to be content with life and content with what I have and thankful with what I have, and not to be stressed about the life that God gave me. I really just want to enjoy life and enjoy, like I said, like what each month brings, and not be so worried about the month after that and the month after that. I like the phrase be content and not stressed because I think that kind of helps me. Spend less money. This is a unified goal with AJ and I. We're going to try in little areas to spend less money and to just save where we can. I would love to finish the laundry room in this month. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but maybe we'll put a question mark to that, but I think we could. And this kind of defeats the purpose of the spend less money one, but get more winter clothes. I have winter clothes, but they're very old, and I never really got a lot of new winter clothes in Texas because it's hot. So I'm realizing that like I just have the same winter clothes that I've always had, and so I just need more long sleeve sweaters, cardigans, like a refresh of all of that. We're definitely going to be thrifting, but if we did have room in the budget, or I found a deal of something like higher quality, I definitely would almost be preferred to pick that. I found like the things that I really research and like take time to look into, I actually really like those items. What I'm going to stand in. Maybe I should focus on womanhood. I'm going to stand in my womanhood and identity of God. Being my birthday month, I think it's a good month to focus on me as a woman and what being a woman of God is, and just stay grounded and standing on that. Oh, and by the way, like the reason I have this here is because stand is my word of the year. I think standing in being a woman of God, I feel like when things get slower and colder, you know, your clothes can start fitting differently, or it can feel like, what does it call it? Like the winter uglies. Like you can start just feeling gross and ugly, like you're paler and you're moving less and just all of that stuff, which like honestly doesn't really matter, but in society it does. But to God, it doesn't. Your looks aren't what makes you matter to God. You can still be beautiful being pale, or not having cute clothes, or not being the ideal body weight that you think that you need to be. Yeah, I think this could be a really good month of standing in that. Okay, you guys, that is all for my November plan with me. I feel like when I go through these, it always just feels like so much. I don't know, I have a good feeling about November. I think it's gonna be good. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. You can join the laundry chat. I try to put out videos every week, except for this like beginning of November, which I'm so sorry. I will be vlogging, I think, my Austin trip when we go to Austin, so that'll be really fun. Subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next laundry chat.